Welcome to the Toe Show. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hi everyone, welcome back. And today I'm going to be showing you how to do acrylic toenails. And for acrylic toenails, you don't need a lamp like you would for polygel or builder gel. Acrylic cures on its own. You take a powder that's acrylic and you take the monomer and the two come together and polymerize and make a plastic. The acrylic that I'm using today is from Toenails, Cover Almond, and then of course their liquid monomer. And then I'm going to be using OPI's Bond X for my primer. So I will have a link for Toenails acrylic and monomer in the description box, so you can check it out there if you would like to buy it. Also, of course, you're going to need a acrylic brush, okay, and your dull forms, which the dull forms I'm using, I have them for sale. If you would like to know how to purchase them and any additional information on the dull forms, you can look in the description box. My email will be in there and you can email me. And of course, I have isopropyl alcohol, 91% in a spray bottle, and that will be used as a cleanser to cleanse my toe, my nail bed area, okay? And as you know, I don't have toenails on my large toes. I had them removed. So first of all, what I do is I do the prep work. As you know, I don't have toenails on my large toes. I told you I had them removed for various problems that were occurring with ingrown toenails and other things. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I don't want to go into detail because it's not necessary. So today I'm going to be putting toenails on the two large toes with dull forms and also these two toenails here. The first thing I do is I do prep work on the nail bed area. And I usually just take a e-file and a 240 grit sanding band and just go over the nail bed area because I usually have some calloused skin there, and in the corners sometimes I do get a little bit of toenail in there that doesn't, you know, that's been growing back. Obviously the doctor didn't get it all off, so I just use like another bit like this just to get in the areas here if I need to. And then I take isopropyl alcohol that's from the spray bottle here, and then I clean off the nail beds. And now I'm going to add my primer, and then we'll do the acrylic toenail inside the dull form. And as I've said many times before, these products are not meant for skin. That's why I only do this on myself, and I show you how I do it in case you want to do it on yourself. Now, this is not something that you would find in a licensed nail salon, because legally they can't do this. They can't apply things that are not intended for your skin. Okay, they can't apply that on your skin because they pose the risk of getting sued. And their insurance probably wouldn't cover that because, again, the products say don't apply to your skin, because you are taking a chance when you do this. And that's why I only do it on myself. And I show you in case you want to do it on yourself. Doing acrylic is a matter of getting the right consistency. You have to dip your brush into the liquid monomer, and then you have to drag it through your acrylic, okay? And that's not a good ball. You have to get a good ball, okay? And in this case, we only need a very little bit for the smaller toenails, okay? And do you see that? It's kind of becoming creamy, a creamy consistency. And then you put it in the dull form. And then I'm going to spread it out. And you don't need a lamp here. I'm just going to do a very thin layer for this toenail here. Finding the right time to put it on the toenail is important, because you wouldn't want to put it on right now because it would just squish all out, okay? So you got to give it, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, and it will be slightly like it becomes matte, and that will be when it's ready. I know it's hard for some people to understand everything because, you know, sometimes it all looks the same when, you know, it really isn't. So you just let that dry, and when it dries a little bit, like I said, it would be matte. Now acrylic does have an odor. This acrylic here does have an odor. It's not as bad as some. There is odorless, but it's really slow setting odorless. It's best to just work with the faster setting. So let me get up close and show you how this is becoming matte. So hopefully you can see that and see that it is not wet looking. It's matte, okay? Right now I'm going to take a little bit more. This will be kind of like acting like the glue. Because this is going over an actual toenail here. Okay? So we have one layer that's basically dry. And then this layer is going to be wet. Slightly wet, okay? Just kind of pull it down a little bit. Give it about 30 seconds, and then we're going to put it on the toenail. We already added the primer, so I'm going to put it right on there. And I don't want to squeeze it too hard. I'm going to hold it on there, and this dries by itself, okay? When it starts sticking, you just got to hold it on there for like 30 seconds to a minute. I'm just going to leave it there, and then for about another minute, and then we'll pop it off. Alright, so let's pop this off. It's probably going to come off really easy. Yeah, see? There it is. That's what it looks like. It's shiny. It looks pretty good. Now, at this point, it's not completely dry. It's kind of rubbery, so just let it dry. See how it's kind of nice and thin there? So just let that dry. All right, and we can also kind of clean the excess out of there. It should come out. It's kind of rubbery. Okay, but I think that's good for now. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna go on to this one, same way. On the dual form, I went up to the first line. Okay, did it the same way I did the last one. Just hold it on there for about 30 seconds to a minute. I know that seems like a long time. Okay, I think it's ready to pop off. Just be careful. It's really rubbery. It's not wanting to come off. There we go. See this part up here? See how rubbery it is? But you can just pick that off. It's fine. Yeah, it's nice. I like it like that. It looks really real. As you can see, I cut myself a little bit. And this one we'll take care of later. All right, so now it's time to do the large toenail, and I'm using size 0, which I could probably have used 1. I also trimmed the bottom straight here to fit my cuticle area. It's done the same way. We're gonna flip it over. Now you want to size these up to see how far you want to go up. There's lines on them. So I think I'm going to go up to the 3rd line here. I think it's the 3rd right there. I'll probably need more than that. So I want to make the initial toenail, and then I'll use the 2nd layer as the glue. Okay, I want to make it kind of thin. Keep it kind of clean right now, but you can always file it and trim it later. Once it starts to set a little bit, it's easier to pat with a brush. Okay, you can wet your brush in your monomer over here if you need to, but usually you don't need to. Now you flip it over and you can see what the color is looking like. And it looks pretty good. And when this gets matte inside there, you can add the 2nd layer You see it's still shiny. I call this the glue layer. And just spread that out. This is your glue layer. After you get this on, you want to put it on the toenail pretty much right away. Some will squish out, but that's okay. And with acrylic, you're not using any kind of a base. You just use that primer. All right, here we are. Let's put it on. Okay, here we go. Get it right on there, just like that. Okay, hold it down. Just like that. You've got to put a little bit of pressure on it and hold it till it's dry. About 30 seconds to a minute. Well, that looks good. Looks really good. And it's nice and thin. I like it. Now, you know, you can go over top of this and add a second layer if you wanted. And of course, we'll trim that later. All right, well, there it is. But I got that area really thin. So I decided to put another layer on top of this toenail, both of them, to make them thicker so they last longer. And you just do what I did before and just put it right over top and hold it. There we go. That's ready. That's good. Now I'll just clip off the excess right here. Okay. Time to do this one. Just go right over it. Right over top. Alright, I think it's ready to pop off. Of course, we're going to have to trim it. Because always a little bit squirts out the top. Okay, look at that. Good. See how it's rubbery? See that? That's rubbery. It's not all the way hardened. It's not all the way cured. It cures on its own. It dries on its own. But you can see that it's rubbery. So I'll just be careful and cut that off. All right, that's what they look like so far. I think they look pretty good. I'm satisfied. We just have to put cuticle oil on everywhere. Everywhere. And here are the finished toenails. I think they look pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with them. I can't complain. I really like how they turned out. And I like that I put a second layer over top of the large toenails. I think that was a good idea. I don't want to have cracking or anything like that, but yeah. And I really like these toenails here, how they turned out. Everything looks natural. And I like it. Yeah. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Please give my video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. And you know what? If you know somebody out there that don't have toenails or that has unsightly toenails, show them this video and they can learn how to make themselves some toenails. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.